My name is Darryl Kwao. Welcome to Business Live once again. In our first story tonight, President of the African Development Bank is challenging IMF's classification of Ghana and some other African countries as high risk of debt distress. Dr. Akinwumi Adesina spoke about this during an interaction with journalists at the just-ended African Development Bank meetings in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea. George Rafael was there. He has more on this and other issues emanating from the conference.
Currently classified Ghana and some 15 other countries of high risk of debt distress. This is because they've taken on too much debt that could be described as equal to their assets, or in some cases more than that. This development is said to be impacting negatively on the cost of borrowing as well as servicing their debts. But answering questions from journalists at the just ended African Development Bank meeting in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea, that President Dr. Adesina said he doesn't think that countries like Ghana are high risk of debt distress, while some are in debt distress. He explains.
If I have a credit card and I use my credit card to buy hamburgers all the time, that's bad use of a credit card. But if I have my credit card and I use it to invest in real estate, that's a good use of my credit card. So the quality of debt is also very important. Equally important is that many of our countries are taking debt for the whole issue of infrastructure, because we need massive infrastructure. But I think the point I want to make is that we need to do a lot more public-private partnerships on infrastructure so the private sector can carry part of the weight. Government alone don't have to do infrastructure. Then when you look at financing of debt, borrowing money from outside a lot, there's always a mismatch. Exchange risk, currency mismatch. That's why the African Development Bank is doing a lot today in terms of domestic, local currency financing. So we can finance countries in their local currency that removes the exchange rate risk.
For some, the stance of the African Development Bank can be described as interesting, whether they will be moving to ensure or force the World Bank and the IMF to review this classification. For some, the African Development Bank meeting can be described as interesting, from the opening of the event to the side discussions, the press conferences, the interviews of the very important personalities, and even the country, Equatorial Guinea, and being able to assemble all these dignitaries in one location and what they've been able to do within this short period.